I'm Zachary Knighton-Ward. I wrestle for the Hofstra Pride.
I'm Dennis Papadatos. I'm the head wrestling coach here at Hofstra University.
My name is Darcie Smith. I'm a senior captain on the Hofstra Women's Lacrosse team.
My name is Shannon Smith. I'm the head women's lacrosse coach.
Hi, I'm Stephen Gorchov. I'm the Associate Director of Athletics for Communications.
We run and compete in the EIWA tournament, which is arguably the second toughest conference in the country, if not the Big Ten and the Big 12. You know, we've had a strong history. We've taken top 10 in the nation, seventh one year. We've had 30 All-Americans in our history. We had one 2 years ago.
We finished up undefeated in the EIWA, which is the thing that I don't think we've done ever, or not in any recent history. We had 4 or 5 guys that went on an 8 match winning streak or something crazy like that for our eight dual meet wins at the end of the season. I went 7-1, I believe. I lost it at Harvard. We were peaking at the right time. It all was shaping into, I think, being something real special.
We were up to nationals. You know, we had 2 guys qualified for nationals, and we had a 3rd guy that was first alternate that most likely was going to get in. In fact, technically he was in because before they canceled the tournament, one team wasn't going, and they had a guy at his weight, and he was in. So we were just waiting for nationals, and every team in the country was done with their conference tournament.
Specifically, I work directly with a few teams: volleyball, men's basketball, and women's lacrosse. Our office oversees any sort of outreach you can imagine within the athletic department, from the website to video streaming to social media and everything. I'll never forget the Tuesday night of winning the championship. For as long as I live, I went to Hofstra. I was a basketball manager as a student, so the program means the world to me. Tuesday is a night I'll never forget. Got to cut down a piece of the net.
And from February 8th to March 11th, we had 7 games. With those games, we did pretty well. We beat some good teams. We lost to some good teams that we should have beat, but it was what it was.
I remember taking that bus trip home from Boston College early in March, and on that bus ride after that game, you just saw so many things and developments happening throughout that day with, the Ivy League conference shutting down, and then the NBA suspended play. And I just remember looking to my assistant coach, Amanda, and saying, I don't know if this looks good for us moving forward at this time. And, we had those conversations with our players and prepared them.
So when we found out that other teams were kind of getting suspended, our coach Shannon took the 6 seniors away and was just kind of I want you guys to know, this is kind of the reality of the situation. I know it hit home to everyone, but to us it hit a little harder because at that moment it was, we are getting told we can't play anymore. We don't get to decide on our own that it's over on our own terms.
And listen, March Madness is March Madness. It pretty much pays for everybody, right, in the NCAA. But what a lot of people don't know, I don't know how many sports there are between men and women. I believe there's over 40. Wrestling is one of the only 4 sports that their national tournament makes money for the NCAA. It is a big event. It sells out every single year. We were this year was in Minnesota, Minneapolis, where the Vikings play. We've never done it in a football stadium. We used to do it in hockey stadiums where it has around 20,000 people, and it's been sold out since I was an athlete, and I'm 41.
Qualifying for it and then not being able to compete in it is just something pretty crazy to me, but I understand why we need to do it, and I'm not gonna be selfish about it. Everybody's thrown adversity. It's not like I'm singled out and I have to face this alone, and nobody else is experiencing this. It's the whole entire country. So you can't let things like this affect you too much. You just gotta roll with the punches somewhat.
Then in the locker room the next day, everyone just felt it, and you just saw in the seniors we were all we had tears in our eyes. It wasn't an easy conversation. If this was my last season, I'd be pretty upset just the way it ended. We lost by 10 goals in my last game ever. It wasn't the best game for us on a 2-game losing streak. Just that's not the way I want to remember my career if this happens to be my last year. When we found out it was over, within 3 days, everyone was gone. So in that aspect, not even just the lacrosse, just the team, those are my best friends, and I haven't seen them in a couple weeks now because of this.
This year was a really special year for us. Unfortunately, it was heartbreaking to see it end, but at the end of the day, we created so many great memories with one another, and I think the memories are the parts that you take with you, and it was a really special journey with this group.
The same hot water that boils potatoes and makes them mash is the same water that hardens eggs, right? So same situation, we get to decide if it makes us mashed potatoes or if we come out hard eggs, you know what I'm saying?